Live from WBFF in Baltimore, this is Fox 45 Morning News.
Good morning. We are starting with a live look over the harbor. It is a gorgeous start to your morning. The sun is shining. That water is glowing. Thanks so much for being here on this Sunday, August 13th. I'm Shannon Lilly. We want to get a check on the forecast with meteorologist Justin Chambers. Everything looking beautiful from our end, right?
Yeah, absolutely, Shannon. Lots of sunshine that's going to be out there today. We actually will have a little bit of drier air as we head later into the afternoon. Still a bit muggy right now, and our temperatures are already up there. Check it out. Some of us in the mid-80s, 81 in Cockeysville. The average high for this time of year is 87, so we're pretty close to that, and it's 10 o'clock in the morning. 85 as well for you in Rosedale, out through Essex and Middle River. 82 Woodlawn. Glen Burnie, you're checking in at 86 right now. So a hot and sunny afternoon. Temperature staying well above average. We are tracking some storms tomorrow, and it could be into that weather alert mode, so potential weather alert day on Monday, especially for storms late tomorrow night into Tuesday. Our yard and gardening cast, well, hopefully you already got some of that yard work done because it's already warm, and all we're going to do is heat up with low to mid 90s as we head later into the afternoon today. We're back with your full forecast. We'll take a closer look at some of those potential storms coming up in a few.
Call just came in as a weapons call 23 West Owlsbury, 3 Wellsbury near Carlton Avenue, Wilson. Hey, the Sky Zone complained about there's a shooting in the building lobby.
We have continuing coverage this morning of a shooting at a Sky Zone in Baltimore County just after 7 o'clock last night. What you just heard, police dispatch audio from the moment that shooting broke out. That shooting happening right here in Timonium, just outside Baltimore City. And we're learning that police have detained a possible suspect. A man was taken to the hospital in serious condition with multiple gunshot wounds to the torso. Police say they believe the suspect and the victim knew each other, calling the incident isolated.
We believe that this incident is an isolated situation, and there is no one else that we're looking for. There's no danger to the community. At this time, we believe that they are known to each other, and that's why we're saying that this is isolated incident.
Now, police have not revealed any information about the suspect, except that he was detained somewhere off-site. Our newsroom receiving a statement from County Executive Johnny Olszewski. He says, quote, "This incident of gun violence is shocking, horrifying, and simply has no place in our community. We are thankful that no children were injured in this shameful act of cowardice. I thank the Baltimore County Police Department for their swift response and for quickly detaining a suspect in this case." Stay with Fox 45 News for continuing coverage on this shooting in Timonium. You can go to foxbaltimore.com and click on Mobile Alerts Sign Up to never miss an update. In another instance of recent crime in Baltimore County, a Towson man is facing charges after being accused of following several women, assaulting one of them inside a children's store in Timonium. That store just blocks from the site of last night's shooting at Sky Zone. Police say 40-year-old Charles Waddles followed multiple women between July 31st and August 6th. Fox 45 spoke with one victim who tells us Waddles followed her home and attempted to break in through her back door.
Had thought a couple times about asking him if he needed help or he was looking for something, because I just couldn't allow myself to believe that he was trying to do something like to harm me. You know, the whole time he's just watching me. I don't think I was as afraid as I should have been.
Well, police say they received multiple calls matching his description, with witnesses claiming they saw him following people at Towson High School and assaulting a female employee at that children's store. Waddles has been denied bond. His trial on assault and burglary charges is set for September 25th. Rachel Morin's family will be hosting a remembrance walk on Saturday to walk her last steps before her death. The family says they're hoping to create a trail of flowers and light. So they are asking people to bring flowers and battery-operated candles to lay on either side of the trail. It begins at 11 a.m. near the Williams entrance. The Harford County Sheriff's Office is still searching for a killer. Officials are now calling on the public for information about who killed her. It comes as we learn police may have identified a group of witnesses, intensifying the investigation. Maryland State Police and FBI agents also being brought on to analyze evidence.
I think they're working it as expeditiously as they can. There's a lot to pull together. In the field, we always say don't rush to judgment, no matter how much publicity you're getting, because then you may get the arrest, but you may lose the case.
Meanwhile, Rachel's family enlisting nationally renowned criminal defense attorney Joseph Murtha to represent them as they ask for privacy during this time. The Harford County Sheriff's Office wants tips from anyone who was at or around the Mon Pa Trail at the time Morin went missing. You can call 1-888-540-8477 or email rmtips@harfordsheriff.org. Now to a city in crisis. We are learning about another high-speed chase that happened in East Baltimore involving young people. Police say 4 children between 11 and 14 have been arrested. They say they couldn't charge the 11-year-old because of the state's Juvenile Justice Reform Act. A family member of that child came and picked him up. Police say the Hyundai Elantra they were in was stolen from Baltimore County. As you just heard, that 11-year-old couldn't be questioned by police because of new state law. Fox 45 has heard complaints from leaders about the fallout.
To be honest, I think it's one of the worst pieces of legislation I've ever read, because what it has done is taken the process of holding juveniles accountable away from prosecutors.
Those protections have given way to a protection of some people who have committed very heinous crimes, which yes, that does hamper what we are doing now.
It's becoming more and more difficult to hold juveniles accountable.
Basically, a lot of things that unfortunately young people find themselves getting involved in, police can no longer take action.
Baltimore's residents expressed juvenile crime as a safety concern during last week's public comment sessions with the mayor and acting BPD Commissioner Richard Worley. Those concerns highlighted by the continued investigation into the Brooklyn day mass shooting, in which 15 juveniles were among the 30 victims, and many people at that block party that night were under 18. Well, City State's Attorney Ivan Bates says the Child Interrogation Act is hampering the investigation. The law states that children can't be questioned by law enforcement without speaking to an attorney first. Now, while advocates argue it's a necessary safeguard for young people, Bates says police's hands are tied.
But this is what I don't get. Even if the parent says, yes, we can talk to their son or daughter, a lawyer, and here lately it's the public defender. The public defender is saying you can't talk to my client. Of course, you know, they're not saying that we can talk to anyone.
They're jealously defending their client.
They're shutting it down. Matter of fact, I received an email from the public defender in Baltimore City, Ms. Capizzello, reminding me what the law was. That's almost waving it in my face.
Yeah.
Hey, you can't do this. So that's the mentality that they've now given to the public defenders in that office here in Baltimore City.
On WBAL radio, Mayor Brandon Scott admitted that it is difficult to investigate the shooting when so many of the people who are at the scene can't be questioned by police. He says there needs to be balance between young people's rights and accountability. Multiple wildfires continue to rage in Hawaii. What officials are estimating the cost to rebuild will be as authorities reveal why warning sirens weren't activated.
We've got the sun that is out there, a few clouds hanging around, and temperatures that are continuing to go up. We'll talk about just how hot we get today and those storms on the way for tomorrow, coming up on Fox 45 Morning News Weekend Edition.
10:40 now, and we are continuing to follow the devastation in Hawaii as workers in Maui search through piles of rubble and ash for people still missing after wildfires ravaged the island. As of this morning, at least 93 people are confirmed dead. That number is expected to rise as rescue efforts continue. The fire is now the deadliest U.S. wildfire in more than 100 years. That's according to the National Fire Protection Association. Meanwhile, Hawaii's Attorney General has announced plans to review the state's disaster policies as well as the response to the fire. This after emergency service officials revealed that the warning sirens on the island were not activated.
Unfortunately, we know, especially these days, the alerts come on our cell phones, but we also know that there was no cell phone coverage in the area. So any alerts that would have gone through that system were not received. We clearly did not plan for redundancies to keep people safe in this situation. It's not like hurricane force winds are unknown to Hawaii, or dry brush or red flag conditions. We saw this before in Lane. We did not learn our lesson from Lane.
Wow. Officials estimate that it will take years to rebuild what's been lost in the fires. According to FEMA, rebuilding parts of the island will cost billions of dollars. They put the estimated rebuilding cost at $5.52 billion. That makes it one of the costliest natural disasters in Hawaii's history. FEMA says the blaze has consumed more than 2,000 acres and damaged over 2,700 buildings. More than 2,200 of those suffered severe damage or were completely destroyed, and a majority of the buildings were residential.
Is the bubble bursting on remote work? I'm Angela Brown in Washington, D.C. The company's calling workers back to the office, and the reports tracking a decline in remote work.
And Fox 45 News is your back-to-school headquarters. After the break, how you can help your kids get ready for the first day of school. It's 10:42, and you're watching Fox 45 Morning News, all local all morning. Well, a new school year brings both joy and excitement, but it can also bring dread and discomfort. One psychiatrist says most of the first-day jitters are just that, first-day jitters. But there are some cases that are more severe.
Certainly appear as just overt depression. Somebody who just seems really down is now socially isolating, not hanging out with their friends, not talking to their peer group, because that anxiety has gotten to a place where it's a bit overwhelming for them.
Now, one thing you can do to help soothe your child's fears, help them to think positive.
I think it's very helpful to talk about what to expect. So what will the day look like? How are they going to get to school? Talk about how they're going to get their lunch that first day. Just really go through the steps can be very helpful.
So I have to calm him down and remind him, we do this let's name all the good things that have happened last year. Let's go through, That's
a good idea. Parents should also look for symptoms like their children seeming withdrawn or increasingly irritable. But the most important thing is to communicate with them about how they feel before they even step through the door. Fox 45 News is your back-to-school headquarters, and we are compiling all of the things busy parents need to know to prepare for a great school year. Just click on the QR code right there on your screen to check out all of the stories that we've posted so far. In your consumer news now, it's the announcement that sent shockwaves through the labor market. Zoom is calling some workers back to the office, setting off speculation that remote work is on the bubble. The National Desk's Angela Brown looking into whether remote work is declining.
Hiring Lab is tracking the share of job openings advertising remote or hybrid work. February 2022, 10.3%. May 2023, 8.4%. Now Zoom is asking its workers who live within 50 miles of an office to report to their desks twice a week.
Look, when you have Zoom, the company that arguably benefited more than any other company from the work from home trend itself, saying, you know what, there's probably a benefit to being in person at least a couple days a week. I think that says everything you need to know.
Other companies are doing the same. Meta telling some employees to return to the office 3 days a week starting in September. Google will consider office attendance and performance reviews. JP Morgan wants senior bankers to return to the office. Career specialist Julie Balke says despite this movement, hybrid is the future.
Most people, both individuals and companies, recognize that the place we're probably going to land is in a combination of work out of the office and work in the office.
The big picture here, at least according to Forbes, nearly 13% of people working full-time are working from home, and around a third, roughly around 28%, are working some sort of hybrid model. In Washington, D.C., I'm Angela Brown.
Thanks, Angela. Well, in other consumer news, you can now text with Jesus with this AI-powered app. The new app called Text with Jesus says users can talk to Jesus, Mary, and Joseph for no charge. And it's all powered by artificial intelligence and ChatGPT. If you want to stir up trouble, however, you'll pay the price. You can unlock talking to Satan for $2.99 a month. That's a little scary. I don't know about that. Also, Burger King is diving into wrap wars. Starting on Monday, Burger King customers can order any of the 3 new BK Royal Crispy Wraps. The crispy chicken wraps come in classic spicy and honey mustard versions. They'll cost $2.99 each and are in BK restaurants for a limited time.
Texting with Satan. What is that all about?
I am shocked by that. I mean, that's terrifying.
And Jesus had a pretty good profile pic.
I was going to say, that's
like,
kind of nice. I mean, from looking at that text conversation, it looks like he sends, Bible verses.
Yeah.
But what does the texting with Satan look like? I don't know if I want to find out.
I'm not trying it. I'm not trying it. Yeah. I mean,
definitely not.
It's Sunday.
Exactly.
Today is Sunday, right?
Of all days.
The Lord's Day. Even though the NFL is like, nope, we're going to take Sunday away and make that. And speaking of which, 28 days away for your first Ravens game. That season starts in just a little while. Of course, they had the preseason game last night against the Eagles, who were in town. And our Mile 1 Auto Group cam showing us that our Towson area looking pretty nice right now. A few clouds kind of hanging around. Temps are already warm, 85. Typically 87 is where we are for our afternoon highs this time of year. So those numbers are creeping up there. Now, the dew point at 69 degrees. We do expect the dew point temps to come down a little bit, a little less sticky this afternoon. Even though our temperatures are going to be rising, we won't be as muggy as we were yesterday because we're actually going to get some of that northwest flow bringing in that drier air. drier air that's going to be coming in for the afternoon. So here's our HD radar. Everything is nice and quiet right now. There actually is a weak cold front that is passing through the area as we speak. So that's that northwesterly wind that's bringing in some of that drier air, which will help to dry us out and not feel as humid for the afternoon. Now, what we have to focus on is tomorrow. This is for the Storm Prediction Center. From the Storm Prediction Center, all of the yellow areas, western Maryland, and most of our viewing area here, including Baltimore City and most of Baltimore County, under that slight risk for severe weather. That's a 2 on a scale of 1 to 5, while the rest of us under a marginal risk. That means some of those storms could get into that strong to severe category, especially late tomorrow into early Tuesday. As for today, a great day to jump in the pool. Marco. Marco.
Polo.
All right, there we go. Good. 85 here this hour, 95 by 2 p.m. Man, it is going to be a hot one today, but a good day to hang by the pool with low to mid 90s, even a few upper 80s out for the eastern shore. Overall, that UV index in that extreme category, so your sunblock has 10 to 15 minutes. That is it in terms of your burn time. You got to make sure to get that stuff reapplied. If you're heading down the ocean, great day today. Notice Monday and Tuesday, we have those thunderstorm icons because we are bringing that chance for a few showers and storms. And speaking of, well, non-summer activities, we're 41 days out from the autumnal equinox that's coming up on a Saturday, September 23rd. So we are inside of 6 weeks now for autumn. My favorite season, hopefully yours too. And a lot of people like summer. They don't want it to end. Well, 89 tomorrow, lower 90s on Tuesday. And actually, after Tuesday's showers roll out in the morning, we're looking good. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, very nice conditions and actually some drier air in as well.
All right, well, not only is Justin counting down to fall, but he is counting down from 2 weeks away. He's going to be throwing out the first pitch at Camden Yards. Friday, our morning team and comedian Bill Bellamy tried to help him get ready for the big day. Take a look.
First and foremost, you dedicated.
Yeah, I'm dedicated. I'm ready.
That's too close.
Wait, where'd you throw out the first pitch?
I threw out the first pitch at Houston Astros game.
Ooh, okay,
and
nice.
That was like when they won the World Series. I was in Houston.
Were they cheating at that time too?
Yeah, I don't know, but anyway, right here it's too close. Let me show you how far it really is.
Try no, you try it. Come on, Bill Bellamy. Let's go. Come on. Let's go. Come on. Yeah. All right.
But I'm trying to tell him.
Justin, you got this. All right, let's get it. Oh, pretty good.
That's still a strike.
Well, we're supposed to be heckling too, though.
I love, they're heckling me, which is good. There are a lot of people out there. We had a lot of fun, and I'll be training over the next couple of weeks. In fact, I'm going to go play catch with my wife this afternoon. Now, Coach, who's in the back, he's an actual coach, Coach Yamatucci.
He is really good,
Yeah, Calvert Hall, yeah. So he says, what is it? Something to the thigh? Thumb to the thigh.
Thumb to the thigh.
Knuckle to the sky.
Knuckle to the sky.
Yeah, and then you have your leg up like that, and then you throw it forward.
So does it, wait, which leg? It would be the left
Yeah,
for
so
me?
if you're pitching at me, so I'll be the catcher.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
so thumb to the thigh, knuckle to the sky. Yeah, and then like you got to throw me a pitch. You got to be this way first, Shannon. Come on, you turn. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so however you pitch, are you right-handed or left-handed?
Right-handed.
You're right-handed.
Yes.
Okay.
You can see I haven't done this, but you have. You looked good out there.
And the thing is, what the biggest thing is that I realized when we were outside is how far it is. It really is far, like Bellamy was saying. I mean, it's about 55 to 60 feet. Now, they won't let me on the real mound.
Right.
You don't want that. You don't
but
want me up
haven't
there.
you've done that
I've
before,
thrown it out at a
yeah.
couple of minor league ballparks in Colorado and Nashville. So, we'll see what happens. It's the 27th. It's very exciting. Very exciting. 2 weeks.
We're rooting for you. Hopefully, we can all be there, too.
I hope so, too.
I'm excited to see it. You're looking good, but
Thank you.
keep practicing. All right, like Justin said, his first pitch will be before the O's game on August 27th when they take on the Colorado Rockies. And we're going to continue to show you how he's getting ready leading up to his pitch. Well, we are heating up today with a little less humidity, but more storms are on the way soon. Justin is back with your exclusive 10-day forecast coming up.
Oh, there it is. Ocean City, Maryland. How beautiful it is. And the beach already getting busy. Have you been to Ocean City? Did you say?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, you did.
I went recently for the first time.
Yeah, because you did Myrtle Beach recently as well. But you've done Ocean City, Maryland.
Ocean City, yes. It was a couple months ago.
I mean, you and I being in Colorado, those beaches are nowhere.
Exactly. I know. I feel spoiled. They're everywhere here.
And I love being closer to the water. It's pretty awesome. So
Yeah.
if you're heading down there, great day today. And notice on our 10-day forecast, I mean, it's hot today. It's August. Now, notice on Monday, we got some storms coming in. Probably going to have to shift into weather alert mode tomorrow for those storms. It's really late Monday into Tuesday. That's when the storms are going to be the strongest. But once we get past that, Wednesday through Friday, into next weekend, actually looking pretty good with upper 80s and lower 90s.
Great. So we have a beautiful week ahead for us.
I think so,
it sounds like.
for sure.
Yeah.
And it's National Prosecco Day and National Filet Mignon